Okay, so today what we already discussed about this change data capture. So we can implement some kind of practicals for this change data capture. How this change data capture will work, what is the purpose, and how we can in the Snowflake there are a lot of things are coming next to this change data capture to implement the change data capture. So that is something called dynamic tables. So before going to the dynamic tables, we are trying to implement this change data capture, and what is the issues, what is the hurdles to implement this change data capture with the help of the task we already discussed, right? So task is nothing but it's a kind of a scheduler. With the help of the scheduler, how can we achieve the change data capture? Because change data capture means we already have 10 records. So tomorrow if we are getting 12 records, out of the 12 records 10 records are already present with the existing table, the target table means. So it is not necessary to load the existing 10 records. Either it may be inserted or it may be updated. If it is a new record, the upcoming data, if it is a new record, we can insert it into the target table. Otherwise we can update the existing record. Instead of having the separate entries, we can update, either insert or we can update. Suppose the existing records got deleted, we can delete the existing records. Delete means it's mostly this will be the soft delete. Soft delete
Eliminated, right?
Eliminated means we won't delete anything. Suppose if we are working in a bank or any kind of healthcare industry, any project, mostly nobody will delete the data. Usually what they will do is they will set up some flag, whether it is active flag or effective end date, effective to date, like that. They will set up some additional columns to keep the records, existing records, okay, because they will use the records for the future purpose. How many records are we have deactivated? Deactivated means previous product and the new product. What are the previous product means? They will check the target table. So these are all the products we have used, because that active flag that may be no. Suppose the latest products, all the new data will have that active flag as yes. So we for any kind of a process, we can take the records based on the flags yes or no, like this. So to implement, to understand those things, we have to understand the incoming data and the existing data. So based on these two things, we will capture the records. Either we will insert the record, otherwise if the record is already present, we update the records. Okay, so this is the change data capture. Okay, so how can we achieve this change data capture in Snowflake? There are since the Snowflake is evolving, we are left that legacy. What we did is we have used a task to orchestrate this change data capture. And next to that, while implementing the task, while implementing this CDC with the help of the task, there is a problem, there is a limitation for that, there is inconvenience in that. So the Snowflake sorted that out with the help of streams. So while in the Snowflake, next to the simple task, we can implement this change data capture with the help of Snowflake task plus streams. So while implementing this task and streams, that is also having some limitations and disadvantage. Okay, to overcome that thing, so Snowflake having that another option, that is it's a recent one. So dynamic tables. Dynamic tables will remove this task and streams to implement this change data capture. So there are three things are there. We are planning to check it. First one is with the task, and the other one is task plus streams, and the last one is dynamic tables. So all these three options are used to implement this change data capture in Snowflake. Okay, this is the basic things. So we already saw that, right? So we can see this example one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, Anna. Your screen is visible.
Okay, this is something we have manually did it, right? So we have created the storage integration, and we created a file format, and we have created a stage without having the task. We just implement this change data capture only with insert or update, like that. Okay, each and every time we are, suppose if the record is new record, we this is the stage table. So we are getting the raw data from external sources, the S3 buckets, and we are inserting into that. This contains the raw data only. So from the raw data, so this is our target table. So we are having the target table. So in this target table, suppose if the stage table, we are comparing the target table with the stage table. If it is really the data is present, then based on the event timestamp, they are checking. If the record is present, they are updating it. If the record is not present, they are inserting it. Okay, so this is how the manual process will work. So when we are going to the task, we can because we are having the task, right? We already discussed about the task. Task is nothing but a scheduler. With the help of the scheduler, when this task, when this activity, when we need to copy, when we need to merge the data, so all those things we will implement it. Okay. These are all manual things. Okay, direct merge this. So change data capture with the task move. Okay, so this we are having the two files now. So what we can do is we can remove one file from here. Now we can go to the S3 bucket, and in the S3 bucket, so this is the base folder, base S3 bucket to capture all the files. Okay, now we are implementing this change data capture, right? In this change data capture, we are having two files. Okay, we can remove these files. No, it was removed. Okay, the folder is very fresh folder, and we can check here. So what are the things are present here? Okay, in this raw JSON, it is already there. We can truncate. It is not there. So both the raw JSON is a table. It consists only the this data type only, the raw JSON, right?
Yeah.
So this is the raw employee JSON. It is having only one record, raw JSON. Here, raw employee JSON. Okay, raw employee JSON. It is having only one column. Okay, now what we can do is we can create this task. We already have the task with this. Alter task, resume. So this is one task we have, and this is another task.
So you mean Anna, 4 tasks you are creating for 4 different tables, right? Is
Not
that the
4 different tables? Actually, the process is, this is the process. Okay, so this is the one-time activity. This is the one-time activity, because we are not going to create a storage integration based on the schedules. Once it is created, that is created. That's all. And again, this is not going to change, right? This stage information. So based on the storage integration, we have created the stage. This is the one-time activity. We no need to create the stage again and again. Once the bridge is established, then that's all. So no need to create the bridge again and again. So we have to the files we can send the files from S3 bucket to Snowflake like that. Okay, for this thing it is not required, and we are not going to create the file format each and every time. Okay, only once it is created. So based on the file format, we will get the data. Okay. Okay, now we are having a table 1. This is the initial first table, table 1 it is. So this is having the raw data only. So the thing is the same data, same format, same structure, everything. But earlier the data was in the S3. After if you put this copy into command, now the same data will copy into this table. That means now the data is in the Snowflake. Because now we have the data in the Snowflake, right? So we can do any kind of operations within the Snowflake. Okay. So now I am creating one stage table. So in this stage table, I already know what is the structure of this table. So based on the structure, I am creating one Snowflake table. Okay. This is also a Snowflake table, but it is having the raw record. It is a variant. It is a semi-structured data, right? So to handle the semi-structured data, to get the semi-structured data, to store the semi-structured data into the Snowflake, we are using the variant. So entire all the JSON files will come to this table in this column. But because all the data is having a clubbed together means, so how can we take it for process? So for the processing purpose, we are creating a one stage table. This is table number 2. So in this table, what we are doing, we are just we already know the data. So we already know what is the information, what is the column names are present in the table 1. So based on that one, we are creating the stage. This is table 2. Okay, next to that, what I am doing is I am just copying the record. I am just manually copying the record. So this is the record. I am just copying the record. So ultimately the record will go to, okay, we can see some examples here. We can upload a file. Files. Okay. We can add this file. Open. Okay, this is employee file 2026-014. This is my file. I am just uploading this file. Okay, now the file got uploaded. We can open the file in the Snowflake. This is the file. In this file, what we are having, we are having only 3 records. 3 records are having in the array. Okay, now this is the file. We have uploaded it into the S3 bucket, and we are trying to get this file into the Snowflake. We already created this storage integration, and we have the file format already. Okay, so demo. This is my stage. So what I can do is I'm just creating a stage here, which is pointing to this folder. Okay, this S3 bucket. What are the files in this stage? We are having only one file.
Yeah, one file.
Jan 4th we are having. Now we are having this file. Okay, we are having this file. These are all the information. So these are all the details for each and every records. We are having this information. So we need to parse this. We need to spread the information, and then only we can use the information for our process. So what we are doing is, so I am checking in this file. We are having this file is having 3 records. Now I am creating a one raw table, raw employee JSON table to handle to get the data from the S3 bucket.
Yeah.
We have created a table. So in this table, it does not have any other records.
Yeah, it's a blank only.
It's a blank only. So now the table 1 was created. Table 1 was created, which is having the semi-structured data. Now, no, the table 1 was created, but there is no data in the table was created to hand with the variant
function.
Having any other data. Now what I am going to do is I am going to from the stage I have one file. Okay, so I have created this. This is the file which exists in this S3 bucket. Now I am going to copy this file into here. How we can copy? We can just do the copy into, where this is the stage. From this stage, I am copying the entire files into this table 1. Okay, I'm just copying it. So this target table is not having any record. That table, this is the target table. It is not having any record. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to merge with the target table using with the table 2 to table 3. Okay, I am checking whether this table 2's information means the salary name, that employee ID. So the matching record, suppose the matching record is present. Okay, matching record is present. What I can do, if it is matched, with the help of the latest timestamp. So if it is matched, then I am just updating it. If it is not matched, I am just inserting it. Okay, so you understand the concept, right?
No. That's the question I had. So one silly question, Anna. Why we are keeping two tables, like from one table to another table? Why we are copying?
This here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Here, right? See, actually, this table raw employee JSON, this is having the semi-structured data.
Yeah, right.
So from the semi-structured data, Snowflake, we need the structured information to do all sort of SQL activities like insert, update, delete, joining, all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then only we can, because data engineering is nothing but to handling the data. We can get semi-structured data, structured data, different any types of data we can get. Once we collect the data, we have to pass the data into a structured manner.
Okay. Now I got it.
This thing you can understand, I can understand, but the business user, how they will understand? It's not
Right.
possible. So each and every time, if they are creating this this kind of a statements, means they will get confused. So for that, rather than with this employee ID, they can understand, right? So we are making this column into this employee ID column. Got right?
Okay.
From
Yeah. Now I got it.
semi-structured data to structured data. We are creating. Okay. So now we already have the semi-structured data in that raw employee JSON file, JSON table. From that semi-structured data, we are copying the data into staging table. This is a regular Snowflake table. It's a permanent table, or it may be a temporary table, or it may be any kind of a table. But for us, for now, we have used as a staging table. Okay, so fine. Now this up to this level, you are clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now we already have 10 records in the target table, the golden records. So this is the today's record. For the first day 1 row, no records will be present in the target table. Okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now what we can do is, we need to copy this staging information, stage table, to target table, this target table. So how can we do that? In the Snowflake, not in the Snowflake, in the SQL, we have like insert, update, delete. These are all the statements. These are all DML statements, which will help us to manipulate the data. Okay, we can do the delete, we can insert, we can update records. So like that. So like that, one of the another SQL statement. This is merge statement. Merge statement. This is a DML statement. The DML means nothing but a data manipulation language.
Data manipulation.
Update, delete, merge. All these are data manipulation languages. So we need to manipulate this target employee. Right? We already have the target from this. This is from this target employee table only. All the business users will get the data.
Yeah. So it is a structured table, right?
This is the structured table. This is the structured table.
Yeah.
Okay. Already have all the information. Okay. This is the golden table. This is the golden record. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can execute this. What is here? We are having this record, and in the stage table. Stage table. No records are there. I'm just copying the records from table 1, semi-structured data, raw data into stage table mode. I'm just copying it. Now 3 records are inserted. Now from this table 2, I am inserting the records into my golden table, the target table. So from the target table, already I have a set of records for 101, 102, 103. So I need to compare with the target table with the upcoming table. So I'm just checking what are the parameters I'm checking here. See, in this table, I'm checking this target employee. I'm suppose if that same employee ID is present in the target table, same employee ID is present. I mean, this combination employee ID and name. Suppose this combination of employee ID name, which is coming from that upcoming data, I'm just checking it. Suppose if it is present, and when match, I'm checking whether that timestamp. Got my point?
Yeah, understood, Anna.
Okay, and I'm just updating it because the record is present. Record is present, and at the same time, that even timestamp, the recent timestamp, upcoming timestamp is greater than the existing timestamp. So I'm just inserting, I'm just updating the record. It's a very straightforward process, man. So suppose the data is present, I need, because if you are inserting the records one more time, it will get duplicate, right? So to avoid that one, I'm checking all the things and I'm making the data properly. Okay, so if the data will be correct at any point of time, that will be the test. Suppose this combination, the record is not present, what I can do is I am just inserting the records into this target table. So now what I am doing is, in this target table, now the staging table is this many records, and I am inserting the records into in the target table. What is the records I have in the? I am just removing the data from this target table. Records are deleted. No records in the target table. Now I am just inserting the record. So 3 records are inserted. Not inserting, I have merged. I am merging the records. Suppose the target table, the employee is present, then I am just updating it. Otherwise, I am just inserting it. For this scenario, it is a fresh load. There is no target. There are no records in the target table. So we are just inserting the records into the target table. Okay. Now, if you check this target table, what will have is, so we have the 3 records. Actually, the same kind of record is present. Source and target having the same. For this combination, the record is present. But what we are doing is, suppose if the source even timestamp, then the target timestamp. Here we are having 15:06:30, right? Okay. Yeah. Suppose in the tomorrow that another file will come, right? Ultimately, that file name will be 26:01:16.
Okay, then tomorrow's record will replace with the existing one, right?
Tomorrow's record will be replaced with. If this combination is present, then it will check this one. Suppose if the source timestamp is greater than the, suppose if that table is present, the combination is present, but the upcoming timestamp, what we need to ensure is we need to upload the latest records only.
Yeah, it will overwrite, right, Anna?
It will overwrite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now what we can do is we will try to have another load, because one-time load is completed. So we have to identify how the data is changed and how we are capturing the data, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now what I am going to do is I am loading a next day file. Next day file, that is 14, right? We can take the 5th day file here.
Anna?
Yes, Pa.
Yeah, do we need to rename this file? Because if this file
not
is
required. That time the task was created the mess, Pa. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have the 2 files in our hand. Let's see. Okay, the same process. Now, if you come to that actual process, do we need to create the storage integration again?
No.
Okay, any file format we need to create?
Nothing.
Stage also not required.
Not
Okay,
required.
now if you list the files,
Yeah. So it should be shows 2 files there.
we are having 2 files. One is 14 and the other one is 5. We already loaded. So in the 5th file, what is this actually having? Okay, in the 5th file, we are having this 101 is already there. 105 it is not there. 104 is there. Okay. See in that actual data,
It should take only 105, right? Anu?
I will show you. In the target table, we are having 101, 102, 103. We are having 3 records, right? We are having 3 records. This is the golden record. So we need to arrange the data properly in this table only. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Now what we are having? We are having 101, 104, 105. That means 101, it may be get duplicated. Right? In that second day load, we are having 101. Suppose if you load this data again, it is possible to have 2 records, right?
Right.
Second. So what we are doing is we are checking this combination. Okay, 101 more. So this guy is present. And what I am checking is checking the timestamp. Okay, timestamp. So if the event timestamp, what is the event timestamp here? In the 14, 101, that is, this is the event timestamp. Okay, Jan 1st, it was loaded. In that second day file, 101. Well, let me copy this one. And in this 105, see, this is the previous one and this is the latest source. Right? Source record is 5th. Right? So now when you are comparing, I am having this data. I am having this data already. Fine. Now I am checking this whether that record is for this combination is the record is latest record or not. When this record was manipulated, when we get the records from the source system. That's it. Record is present, and if it is a latest record, I am just updating it. Otherwise, I am just inserting it. So in our case, we are having the salary rate. Let's see. What is the information we have here? Okay, so in that record, see, salary is updated, right?
Salary is also.
Salary is updated. And is there anything we have changed here? Salary, rest all are fine. So for if you do this process one more time manually, salary will get updated. And there are 2 things. 101 that should not be inserted any new records, and this salary needs to be updated. That is the 2 things we need to ensure to confirm this task, to confirm this change data capture. Okay, clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, in this again, what I am doing is I am creating this one. I am just copying the data from to here. Now, this is the file I have. 3 records I have. Now, I am just copying the records. Okay. Just copying the records from because the bridge, the storage integration, stages, file format, everything established the bridge already. Now we need to exchange the files. Okay, just pull the files from the source. So I'm just pulling the files into this raw employee JSON. Now the same 3 files are loaded because we already loaded one more file. That file is already, because of that 114 file is the right, it was already loaded. So it is by default, it will omit the existing loaded file. Now these 3 files are loaded. Now this file got loaded. This file is having 3 records, and this is the file informations, file loading informations. Okay, now what is information in this raw employee JSON? Yes, we are having the 6 records. Already we are having 3 records, and this is the latest record. Okay, now what I am going to do is, do we need to create a staging table again?
Sorry, Anna?
Do we need to create the staging table again?
No. We don't require. We already created.
Okay, fine. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to insert this employee JSON record here. staging table, but this staging table is already have the records, right? So we have to truncate the staging table again, right? Sometimes I will tell you what is the reason for removing the staging table, because that golden records got created, right? So this staging table will keep on changing for each and every day, right? So we are getting the raw data into staging table only. It's a landing table. So what we can do is we can just truncate this file, truncate this staging table. Now I am copying the file. There is no record in the staging table, but in the raw employee JSON, I have 6 records. Now I am copying the 6 records. Okay, now all the records are copying into this staging table. Fine. Now, what is in the target tables? In the target table, only 3 records I have. No need to create the target table, already we are having it. So now this is the place. This is the place where we are handling the staging information. See, as we discussed, we are already having 101 here. Okay.
Yeah.
Only thing is we can expect the salary to be changed, because the source time, that is the latest one, with 101, that recent file. That existing, for the 102, 103, there is no record. Latest file, we are having 104 and 105. So now if you execute this, if you merge this statement, we can expect the salary will get updated and additional 2 records will come.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. See, number of records are inserted and number of records are updated. We can test what are the things are updated in this staging table. Sorry, in the target table. See, this 101, the salary got updated. This is the latest record. Okay, and that 104 and 105 both are new records which are updated. So ultimately, these records are not having any impact with the fresh load. And the next day, suppose if you are in the third day load, if you are adding some, if you are doing some changes with this 101, again what will happen is that will get updated.
Yeah.
This is called the change data capture. So ultimately, the employee ID that should be unique. Okay, whatever data is changed, we are capturing only the changed data. Instead of having the duplicates, we are keeping the data perfect, and the data should be very latest. So this is what is called change data capture. So this concept you are clear, right?
Very much clear, Anna.